What's good, everybody? It's Mike Reed, and welcome to My Life Ministries, where leadership, influence, faith, and evolvement are the principles that we look to live by every single day of our life. And by us living those principles, it helps us to help youth become motivated young leaders that implement faith every day in their lives as well. Today, I'm going to be coming from Proverbs 4, and I'm going to be reading verses 25, 26, and 27. And I'm going to be reading out of the New Living Translation Bible. And it says, "Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet. Stay on the safe path. Don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil." And God, when I was reading that, God, he gave me a vision of a telescope. And when we look at a telescope is a very powerful tool. But the only way that it's powerful is when it's able to focus. The moment that the telescope is able to be used and focus on the things that it's supposed to focus on, that's where it gains its power. And if the telescope does not have the lenses that it needs, or if it's not operating in the correct way, then that telescope it becomes nothing. It becomes just a piece of metal. It becomes something that, although it was created, its purpose is 100% completely shot if it cannot fulfill the job that it is created for. To be able to focus on the things that it is supposed to focus on. And when God began to show me that, I began to think about it to the point to where we are like that telescope. God has created us with so many different lenses that we are able to focus on. So many different lenses that we can choose from in order to focus on what God has given us. God has given us so many talents. He's given us so many a great ability. He's given us so many tools. He's given us so much purpose. But the only way that we can allow that purpose to come to pass and allow the things that he's given us to come to pass is that we have to 100% become focused. And when we become focused, which means that we have to become focused on him in order for us to be able to see the way that God has intended for us to see. And the only way that we're going to see the way that God has intended for us to see is if we use the lenses that he has given us. He's given us these lenses that are so powerful that will allow us to see to where he wants us to go. Allow us to see the direction, allow us to see the moves that we need to make, allow us to see the people that we may need to talk to, allow us to see the resources that we may need to go after. It's all about the lenses that God has given us. But we cannot become so dormant in who we are, and we refuse to lose the lenses that God has given us. We have to be powerful like a telescope. We have to have that vision to where we're able to see so far. We're able to see so far, and we're able to be content with whatever it is that God shows us. Because it's all about his purpose and it's all about his will that we have to follow at all times. So if we are not able to become focused, if we are not able to become motivated, if we are not able to become a go-getter after what God is calling us to do and what and how he's creating us and changing us to be the person that he wants us to be, we are going to become dormant, and we are going to we are going to put ourselves in a place to where we're not going to be able to move forward because we refuse to use the lenses that God has given us. What God has given us. So God is telling us, he is telling us right now that we have to be focused so that we can move forward. God has given somebody a great vision. God has given somebody a great mission on on what they need to do. And you're sitting back and we're standing there because we're not using the lenses that God has given us to look at. And what we're doing is we're standing back here within ourselves in our own pity party, and we're refusing to keep God as the head, and we're trying to do everything within ourselves, and we're not able to see the direction. We are walking, and we're walking in a way of evil, meaning to the point that if we're walking in evil, that the devil is sitting there and he's walking beside us, and he's just whispering all of these different things to pull us down and not allow us to focus. We are becoming sidetracked. We are becoming distracted, and that distraction is slowing us down to the point to where it's pushing us down to the ground, to where our feet are stuck in the sand. And when our feet are stuck in the sand, we're not able to move. And it's all because we are losing our focus. We're losing our focus. So it's time for us to put our trust in God 100%. 100% we have to put our trust in God, and we cannot stop believing in God. We cannot stop believing in God. We cannot stop believing in his way. We cannot stop believing in his path. We cannot stop believing in his direction. His direction is the only thing that is going to take you to where you need to go. You know what God is calling you to do. You know what God is speaking to you on. You have things written down in your journal. You have notes, and you have books, and you have all of these different things because God has already spoke to you. But why are you not moving? Why are you not bold enough to step out? Why are you afraid? Why are you scared? Why are you nervous? Why are you allowing fear to hold you back? We cannot allow fear to hold us back from anything, because God has not given us the spirit of fear. He's not given us the spirit of fear. He's given us power, love, and a sound mind. So all we have to do is, when we see what God has given us, when we see the mission, when we see the vision, when we see the innovative ideas and the creative ideas that God has given us, when we look at those things, don't even look at them for what it is. Look at it as seeing God there. You have to look at it as seeing God in front of you. And you got to picture God just continuously telling you to just come on. He's telling you, come on, keep following me. Keep following me. Don't be afraid. Don't pay. I know that it's tough. I know that it's hard. I know that you're trying to get all this stuff done, and you don't know how this is going to come together and how this is going to happen. You don't know where you're going to get this from. You just don't understand. But God is telling you that it's time for you to step out and be obedient to what he is telling you to do. The call that he is putting over your life, do not close your ears. Do not close your mouth. Open up your heart so that you can hear, see, and move the way that God wants you to move. Because if you do not do that, I'm telling you right now, your time is wasting. It's wasting, because God is ready to do something for you right now. What he has given you, the vision and the mission that he has given you, it is for this time today. It is for the people today. It is for them. It is for whatever God needs it to be. It is happening today. It is happening now. Your mission is for this time. Your purpose is for this time. Do not allow another day to go by to where you think that you're not able to do this, or you think that you're not capable, or you think that you're not smart enough, or you think that you don't have what it takes. Who cares what everybody else has said about you from the time that you was a little boy or a little girl all the way up to the time to where you are now? If somebody told you that you're not going to be nothing, if somebody told you that you will never make it, if somebody told you that you will never amount to nothing, if somebody told you that you were too small, or your idea sucks, or whatever the case may be, do not allow all of that negativity to come into your mind to make you feel less than, because you are not. You are chosen, and you are different than other people. You are different than other people. You are not meant to fit in with the crowd. You are not meant to fit in with the norm. You are not meant to fit in with the people who are comfortable and where they are. The people who do not want growth, let them stay there. The people who do not want to adapt to what God is taking them to, or adapt to the way that God is moving in their life, or moving in the world, or moving through this world system, or moving through whatever the case may be. People who do not want to adapt, let them stay in their area. Because God is calling you to be different. He's calling you to be the outlet for somebody. So many lives need to be changed. So many lives need to be rescued. So many people need what you got. So don't you waste another day looking at your business plan. Don't you waste another day looking at your vision. Don't you waste another day looking at what God gave you as to if you are in control of it, because you are not in control of it. God has already opened up the door for you. All you have to do is just move and walk in what God is telling you to walk in. It is time to be focused. So you have to go through the lenses that God has given you. Every one of them is laid right in front of you. And God is going to give you the direction. He's going to tell you which one you need to pull up and which one you need to put on so that you can see what he has for you. But you got to pay attention and make sure that you listen so you pick up the right lens, because God will give you 100 things that he's called you to do, but he's only going to pick one at a time. So you got to make sure that you choose right and you don't go over here and jump ahead of the game because you think that something else looks better. It is time to be focused, motivated, innovative, creative. Use what God has given you and do not take no for an answer. Do not let anybody put you down anymore. Don't you let that happen another day in your life. I don't care what people say. Move the way that God wants you to move, because God has already went before you. So I just wanted to get on here and encourage somebody and let them know it's time to be focused. It's time to be dedicated. It's time to be committed. It is time to move. So don't let the enemy trick you. You guys have a wonderful and a blessed day. Stay focused and watch what God do in your life, because he's moving, and I promise you that he's going to do something great. You guys be blessed and have a blessed and wonderful day.